Hello, everyone. I'm Roger Baines, and welcome to the Great Central Sun YouTube channel. Let me take these glasses off because it's too much glare. Um, and today I just want to talk about a few important things. The latest thing that's just on the news, if you know what I mean. So I've got a very interesting take on it, and I was urged by my partner, and she said, "You need to talk about this." And I was a little bit hesitant because it's like everybody's talking about it. But then I thought about it. I thought, you know what? It's really important because we all have information to share on certain subjects, and that information is with us for a reason. So today I want to talk about something near and dear. But before that, I want to thank all of you who have joined the community recently. Thank you, and thanks for becoming a part of the Great Central Sun YouTube channel. So today, while I'm doing this video, I want to have me a nice little drink. This is a very interesting drink. This is a Corona. It's a Mexican beer. And the interesting story about this beer and how it became popular is that this is a beer that was an average, it still is, a very average drink. It was made in Mexico, and even in Mexico, there are way better beers to drink than this one. But the reason why this one is so popular is because I need to have a drink here, please. One second. Is because of tourism and tourists, particularly American tourists. Go down to Mexico, you're having a great time, you're having fun, you're getting away from the cares of life, and all you have to worry about is the next most fun thing that you're going to do because you're on vacation. And this is the drink that everybody was served. So, based on the situation, based on how people are feeling, when they want to go back and feel that nostalgic feeling, everything associated with it is a part of it. And this was associated with it. So, because of people's emotional state and condition, this beer became one of the most popular beers in the world. Nothing to do with how great it tastes or anything like that, just because it was a part of good times. That's it. And so you can see how your emotions, how you feel about things actually matters. It's important. And this is only popular because it was around at the right time and in the right place. That's the only reason why Corona beers even served and became as popular as it is today. Now, if you take that and you take that information and use your critical thinking about what's going on today with the Corona, you'll see that the same kind of process is happening with that. This is only popular and it's only spreading because of the sentiment that was brewed up based on fear and based on lack. Not having something that you normally have that you think is going to be taken away. Just go to your grocery stores and try to buy toilet paper. This is not the virus. And many of us are coming to that conclusion. It's the fear and the hysteria. That's the virus. And the minute you realize that, you will have figured it out. Because then now you can unplug from all of that. Because that's all being drummed up to control you through fear. And now they're trying to create isolation. Now, I want you to notice a pattern here. I'm gonna give you some information, factual information here. Since 2008, there has been a pattern. That's over a 12-year period. And I'm going to give you the pattern. In 2008, we had, hope you can read that, my little handy dandy cutout here. But if you can't read it, you just need to go to the internet and look up what the big scare was during that time. That's 2008. And then in 2010, we had this guy. Again, hopefully you can see my writing. That was the big scare of 2010, right? 2012. 2012. What do we have here? MERS. 2014. 2014, that guy. Yeah. Just in case you forgot. This is all easily with a click of a few buttons on your cell phone. The world of information is in the palm of your hands. Then, 2016. Isn't that a cute name? Zika, Zika, Zika. There you go. Then 2018. Hey, if it worked the first time, why not roll it out again? That guy again. Remember that? And as quickly as all of these came, they disappeared and they moved on to the next thing. That works. And then, of course, 2020, that's right. Now, I want you to recall every year that I just mentioned from 2008 to 2020, every 2 years. There's something that happens every 2 years in the United States. And those are elections. 2008 election, that was a presidential. 2010 midterm. 2012 presidential. 2014 intermediary, interim elections. 2016 presidential. 2018 midterms. What's happening in 2020? Presidential. So, these are just distractions. Now, I don't want to make light of this because lives are being disposed of like toilet paper. It's quite ironic. So people die when these games are played. And the game that they are playing, you should always remember, the games that they play, these guys and the ones who control them that you vote for in those elections, the games that they play cost lives. And the game that they play is your life. That's the game. Until you understand that your life is under your control and not anybody else's, then you remove them from it. Then it becomes your game, your life. That's what they play. And it's important to know that. Now, what's the point in doing all of this? The point of doing all of this is to get you to pay attention. Number one, watch my previous videos when I talk about how important attention, intention, and permission are. And you do that from up here.
Yeah,
because that's what they're trying to get. This up here.
The bedroom, I mean.
They're trying to get this up here. They're fighting for this. I'm also writing a book about how it's done. And let me tell you, the information in that book is not like anything you know anywhere. Because I tell you the details. I go into it really deeply, but very simply. So that you can understand how to disconnect and let go of all of that. And not become a part of someone else's game, but only the game that you create for yourself. Because this is all a game. It's not a game like you don't take it seriously and you run around, but it's a game in that you get to construct where you go and how you think and what happens in your life and the life of your family and your friends as you work together to create the community that you want. Because what we see out there is simply a reflection of what's going on in here. So what's the point of these games? The point of these games is to get your attention and then get your consent for whatever it is that they want to do. And one of the things they want to do is they want to get you into the tent even tighter and tighter. Get you to sign up for this. And you get into their information spaces, into their databases. And some of you may say, well, everybody's already in it. Yeah. But they need permission. And the more of it they get, the more of it that they can do. Hey, come sign up for this so that you can get assistance. And you'll sign up for it because you think you need that. And that's how they get you. But even if you do, once you know, you can start to unravel all of it. You can start to unravel all of it. So these are all patterns. And I'm going to put a hyperlink below. Because when we get... Let me put my little Corona down so I can demonstrate. When we get these that we're supposed to get, that's how they pass things around. They had already disseminated all of it well before it was reported. And by the time we hear about it, it's already done. And the idea of all this isolation, stay away from each other, is to build the fear. Because when we have the fear, and when we have the worry, and when we have the anxiety, our immune systems go down. And that allows what is in those to take effect. And then instead of having the emotions and the thoughts that we should have, and the idea of working together, we separate ourselves from each other. Divide them and you conquer them. Don't fall for it. And it can only last a certain amount of time. See, these tactics can only last a certain amount of time. And you wait them out. Because this condition that we're talking about is already dying down. In China, they're already going back to normal. Because we need to do our research. You need to find out what this is. It is not a living thing. It is a program, just like in a computer. It's not living. It's a code. It's information. And it needs your help. It needs certain frequency, certain emotions to do its work. And even if you might even feel the symptoms, but if you're in high spirits, you'll burn it off. Your immune system will burn it off. Your antigens that you already have in your body will destroy it, flush it down the toilet. But only if they get help from you. Stop watching the There's an artist by the name of Morrissey who makes a song. It says that you should listen to that song. I might even put a hyperlink of it down. And you listen to the words, and it's spot on. So that's what it is. It's a code, and it will attack certain areas within your DNA. That's what this is. And the code needs your help to do that. And the drumming up of the fear, the anxiety, and the hysteria is so that this thing can do its job. If you don't participate with what these guys are telling you you should do, and what the people who you vote for, if you don't listen to them, then you will thwart the whole agenda of this guy right here. Because all over the planet, if you go to the World Health Organization or the CDC, Center for Disease Control, you'll see that these things are happening all the time. They're all over the place, all over the world, all of the time. But they just pluck it out whenever they need to fulfill the agenda. You need to know that. And as far as these are concerned, I'm going to also put a hyperlink below where they don't come out and tell you, but they can't keep it a secret. On the World Health Organization website, there is a condition, they only list it one time, caused by that. You don't have to listen to my words. Just with the click of a few buttons, you'll see it. And I'm going to put a few hyperlinks. I'm going to put that one on the hyperlink. So those who are calling, whenever they don't have anything to say, they call you the anti-word, anti-people. I'm not an anti. I'm just sensible and I see the agenda. And I want everyone else to see it too. So I'm going to end it right here. And go to the links, take a look at them, and don't fall for the trap being set. They've run out of things to do. It's really simple. It's easy to figure out what they're doing. But not if you're afraid, and not if you're in a state of anxiety, and not if you're in a state of worry. It's hard when you're in those states because you can be easily hurted and controlled. Okay? Thank you so much. And always remember to defy the taboo against finding out who you truly are.